Next question is actually a request to explain the relationship of Big Hit to HYBE. Big Hit is an independent private company, but it's a subsidiary of HYBE, which is the parent company. So any subsidiary or private company may be fully or partially owned by the parent company. As far as the public knows, Big Hit is still fully owned by HYBE. But I don't know, maybe this is just a maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe BTS themselves owns part BTS owns part of the business of Big Hit Entertainment, but I don't know, just speculation. Right now, Bang Chi-hyuk remains to be the listed as the CEO of Big Hit Company. There are certain advantages. So they operate independently. They have their own processes, they have their own people, they have their own resources, but they enjoy the network and some of the resources of HYBE. So some of the advantages, number one, is the legal liability. So, for example, because HYB has other subsidiaries, and one of their subsidiaries got into trouble, legal trouble, then Big Hit is not. They're not affected by that. If one of the other subsidiaries tanked and they go bankrupt, then Big Hit doesn't have anything to do with that. Big Hit has no obligation to save that company or whatever. Next is the tax liabilities. Big Hit is going to pay taxes based on their own losses and gains and investments. Next is separate accounting, which is hugely important because BTS is contributing so much to 87%, upwards of 87%. They contributed to the total revenue of HYBE. So then they enjoy the fruit of their own revenue because they're maintaining a small unit, right? They're not maintaining all the 6,000 employees of HYBE worldwide. They're just maintaining whatever it is that they need to maintain that company to operate. They do need, of course, as an owner of Big Hit Entertainment, of course, HYBE is going to take a cut of that revenue. But still, BTS, CXT, and DUN are able to take a bigger cut because it's just a smaller company that they're operating. Next is just the efficiency of the operations because it's a smaller company. They get to call their own shots. So they make their own decisions. They make their own processes. They don't have to go through all the levels of management in HYBE because just imagine the amount of politics that's gonna entail if you're a superstar, an international superstar of such a big company. Then all the officers, middle managers, they're going to meddle in the business of BTS, which they shouldn't. I mean, so because they've set it up that way where Big Hit is a private company, then they're able to operate independently and protect BTS's interest. So everything is faster because there's less people to make decisions. It's BTS and Bang Chi-hyuk and whoever the managers are that they tap to run that private company. A single. So why do HYBE set it up this way? It's because it's so a company is supposed to concentrate on a specific business in order to succeed, and that's why many companies in America are set up that way. For example, if you're a distribution company, you're just a distribution company, you concentrate on that and you make money on that. Anybody who wants to distribute whatever it is that they're trying to sell, they tap you and they do whatever. Now, if you're an IPO company or a licensing company, that's all you do. You look for people who have licenses, copyrights, trademarks, and whatever, and you look for people that will need that license and you make money out of that. If you're a management company, then all you need to do is to make sure that you gear and hone and mold your artists and then you shop them around. If you're an agent, then all you need to do is take all of these artists and look for projects for them. So it's very, very concentrated. And then you're able to build your expertise much more efficiently. If you're a bigger company and you're trying to get into all of those businesses, then there's more chances of you failing because you're spreading yourself too thin. And so HYBE has different subsidiaries. They have different management companies, and then they have some for licensing, for distribution, for fan interaction, for technology, for IT and stuff, and all of that. And so BNX, for example, BenX, that is they're concentrating on developing platforms that is geared for the fans. And so they're just all that's all they're doing. They're doing Weverse, and they're growing that. They're thinking of ways how to innovate that, stay ahead of competition, and supply the need even before the market realizes they need them. And then they have licensing department. So they look for partners. So BTS has a licensing partnership with Line Friends, I believe. That's their BT21. And so they're able to just concentrate on that. Okay, we do licensing here, we do licensing with Mattel, we do all of that. So that's the reason HYBE has different subsidiaries. And that is also how Bang Shiuk managed to protect BTS. He managed to isolate BTS and still grow the company and make sure that BTS is growing with the company without having too many people involved in the business of BTS. I hope that makes sense.